Gloria Milimu, KTN.
Now, the shocking autopsy findings confirming that Albert Ojwang was brutally murdered have blown the lead off a web of police deception, exposing glaring inconsistencies in the narrative pushed by the police since Saturday. Police initially claimed Ojwang died by suicide while in custody, but the postmortem tells a very different story, one of violence and calculated assault. Now, tough questions are swirling. Where did the new OB number come from, given that Ojwang's father said on Sunday that his son had not been booked at Central Police Station? Who are the 4 DCI officers who picked up Ojwang from his home, and why have their identities not been made public? As the calls for justice grow louder, Grace Ganga digs deeper into the police force, now caught in a storm of lies and cover-ups.
The curtain has finally been lifted on the mysterious death of Albert Ojwang, and what lies behind it is a damning indictment of the Kenya Police Service. After days of silence and suspicion, the post-mortem revealed a disturbing truth. Ojwang did not take his life. He lost it under the watch of the very people sworn to protect it. And now, the web of lies begin to unravel. Let's rewind. In a desperate search for answers, Meshach Ojwang, father to the slain teacher, boarded a bus to Nairobi last Sunday, holding on to hope that he would be able to see his only son. But that hope quickly turned into a nightmare. Instead of a reunion, he was coldly told to grab breakfast and come back at 10 a.m.
Naambia kwamba bado tunashughulikia hesabu za watu hapa ndani na kufanya usafi. Wewe rudi ukakunywe chai. Alafu utarudi muda kama saa 4. Ukija basi tutakutolea mtoto wako.
What he did not know was that his son had died the night before behind bars of Central Police Station. At 10 a.m., he returned as instructed, only to be ushered into the OCS's office by a chaplain and a few officers. A short while later, he was referred to the sub-county police commander, and that's when the devastating news was broken. His only child was dead.
Ni kuja kuitwa na chaplain wa hii station. Nikaona wale walioshika mtoto wangu, watu 3. Mmoja mfupi hivi kidogo brown, sikumfahamu jina. Sikumuona hapo. Hata yule mtu wa kutoka Ugenya sikumuona. Huyo mtoto amefanya nini? Ameua mtu ama amemuibia nani? Ameiba benki. Hata niende kwa OCPD siwezi kuelezewa hapa kwa desk.
And that's where the cover-up began. Police claimed Ojwang had banged his head against a wall while in an isolation cell. He lost consciousness, and that they rushed him to Mbagathi Hospital, where he was declared dead on arrival. But sources at Mbagathi confirmed to KTN that Ojwang was already dead on the time he was brought in. So, was he already lifeless when officers loaded him into that vehicle? The excuse given to his father, suicide, the cause of death, entered at the city mortuary, a sudden death. Meanwhile, the lies just kept piling up. While Ojwang was told his son's body was at Mbagathi mortuary, he went there, only to learn the body had been moved to Nairobi Funeral Home, formerly known as City Mortuary. Then, the timeline started to crumble. A friend of the deceased, speaking on condition of anonymity, told KTN that Ojwang called him at 9:48 p.m. from Central Police Station. But even by 10:35 p.m., he had not been formally booked into the occurrence book OB as is mandatory.
From the house, went to Central Police Station around 10. When I went at Central Police Station, I found some 2 ladies at the reception. I told them there is a friend of mine who has been arrested from Migori and has been transferred to Central Police Station. So I asked them to show me the mistake that he has done that has been booked in the book. So the lady officer flipped the book, but his name was missing in that book.
And yet, come Sunday morning, when the family demanded the OB number, the OCS suddenly produced a record claiming Ojwang was booked at 9:05 p.m. A whole 43 minutes before he even made that call. In response to the public outcry, a few officers from Central Police Station have been interdicted. But one question still remains. Why are the DCI officers who arrested Ojwang in the first place still walking free? Who is being shielded and why? Grace Nganga, KTN.
Well, key questions raised there by our reporter Grace